So today's video is another video in the Hachette Disney Crochet blanket series. Today we're moving on to issue number 39, which is the 100 Acre Wood Granny Square. It looks a pretty simple pattern, looks very much like the other granny squares we've done before, so I'm sure we won't have too many problems with this one. Unless of course there are issues with the instructions, but there are a lot of colour changes for this one. So we've got 7 different colours to use for it. Well, we've got 6 plus the white for the border. So we're using vanilla, sunflower, paprika, sage, brick red and the dark teal. One thing I will say before we carry on is there has been a change of music at the start of this series. That is purely because there's been issues with copyright with YouTube, even though I own a license for the music that we had before. So I'm really sorry if it does sound different and if it's something that you were used to, but hopefully you do like the change. So let's just get straight into it. So we're starting off with yarn A to start the square, and yarn A is the vanilla colour, and we're starting off with a slip knot on our hook. The first thing we need to do is chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We then need to make a slip stitch into the first chain. After we've done that, we need to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. And then we want to do 2 trebles into the ring. So we're yarning over. Pull each side of your ring apart so you can find the centre, which will be a very small hole. Go in through the middle, make sure you're not going through a stitch, and pull up a loop so you've got 3 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 again. We're then going to repeat that stitch. So yarn over into the centre of your ring and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Once we've done that, we want to chain 2, and then we want to do 3 trebles into the ring. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 more trebles into the ring. There's 1 and 2, chain 2. So you need to do the 3 trebles into the ring followed by the 2 chains. It tells you exactly in the magazine how many times you need to repeat that under round 1. Obviously, as I always say in my videos, I can't repeat the whole pattern in the video purely because I don't own them due to copyright. They're owned by Hachette Disney Crochet, and these videos are purely tutorials for the people that do actually buy the patterns. So I'm going to go to the end of the round and I will show you what to do when we've got to the end. I've just done my last 3 trebles followed by the 2 chains. So the next instruction is to join with a slip stitch into your 3rd chain. So you did 3 chains here right at the beginning, which are these ones here. So you just need to count up 3 stitches. We'll go into the 3rd one and do a slip stitch. So pull a loop through and pull straight through the one on your hook. You can then fasten that one off because we are going to join yarn B to any of the corner spaces, which are these spaces here where we've got the 2 chains, and yarn B is the sunflower yarn. I have joined my sunflower yarn to any one of my corner spaces, and once you've done that you want to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. We then want to do 2 trebles into the corner space. So yarn over, and we're sticking with that same stitch from before, pulling through 2 and pulling through 2, and then 1 more into that corner space. We're then moving directly to the next corner space, and into the corner we want to do 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. So yarn over and into your corner. We're pulling through 2 and pulling through 2. There's 1 treble, 2 and 3. We need to chain 2 to turn the corner and to go on to the other side of the square, and then 3 more trebles into that space. 1, 2, and 3. So you need to repeat that for the next 2 corner spaces, doing your 3 trebles, 2 chains and 3 trebles, and I'll meet you back when you get to the final corner. I'm back at my first corner, or the final corner that we're going to make up, and you can see that every corner we've done apart from this one has a cluster of 3 trebles, then 2 chains, 3 trebles, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. But this one at the moment only has the one cluster of the 3 trebles, so we need to do 3 trebles and 2 chains to make it exactly like the other corners. So we're going into your corner space and doing your 3 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2. And we then need to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain, just as we did before, so count up your 3 chains. There we go. Slip stitch that one, and that is round 2 finished. We need to fasten off the sunflower yarn now because we're moving on to yarn C, which is the paprika, and we just need to join that one as we did before to any of the corner spaces. My paprika is joined to one of my corner spaces, so from here I am chaining 3, and it's pretty much a repeat of the last round. 2 trebles into that corner space. 1 and 2. But now we have a middle space as well as the corner space. So we're going to do 3 trebles into the middle. 1, 2, and 3. And exactly the same thing in the corners, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3 trebles, 2 chains, and 3 more trebles. 1, 2, and 3. So you can repeat that going round now. Into your middle spaces, doing 3 trebles. Into your corners, it's 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. I will meet you at your final corner. So final corner, just like the last round, we're doing 3 trebles and 2 chains into that corner space. 1, 2, and then 3. 2 chains, and then finish with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain. After that, we can fasten off. For round 4, we're going to be using the bright red and once again join it to any of the corner spaces. So I've added my hook, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what we're doing from here. It's a repeat of the last round. So chain 3, 2 trebles into your corner space. There's 1 and 2, 3 trebles into each space. 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 trebles into the next space. 1, 2, and 3, and then you've guessed it, the corner is 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 2 chains and 3 more trebles. 1, 2 and 3. So there's 3 trebles in the 2 spaces in the middle. At the corner it's 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. I'll meet you at the end of the round. Once you're at the last corner, just as per all the other rows, it's 3 trebles into the corner space. 1, 2 and 3, 2 chains, and then a slip stitch into your 3rd chain. We're then going to fasten that one off, and we're joining yarn E, which is the sage, to any of your corner spaces. So round 5 is exactly the same as the past 3-4 rows, however many we've done so far. Chain 3, 2 trebles into the corner space. There's 1 and 2, 3 trebles in the next 3 spaces along. 1, 2, 3, next space. 1, 2, 3, next space. 1, 2 and 3. Same thing in the corners, 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and 3 more trebles. 1, 2 and 3. So that's 3 trebles in each middle space. 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles in the corners. I'll meet you at the end of the round. Final corner, just as with all the other rounds, is 3 trebles into the corner space. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and as per all the other ones, do your slip stitch into your 3rd chain. Oh, that's stuck. There we go. You can now fasten that one off, and for the next round, which is round 6, we're going to be using the dark teal. Again, join it to any of your corner spaces. I'm not going to film too much of this one on camera because it's exactly the same as the last few rows. We're chaining 3 and we're doing 2 trebles into the corner space. You then want 3 trebles in every space along. Your corners are exactly the same as the last 4 or 5 rows, which is 3 trebles, 2 chains, 3 trebles, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. The last corner will be just like the others as well, with 3 trebles into the corner space. 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, and again finish off with a slip stitch into your 3rd chain. You can now fasten that one off. We're joining a different colour again into any of your corner spaces, and we're going back to the sage from the last round. So this is round 7, and it will be different to all the other rounds that we've done. So we're not carrying on now with the granny stitch pattern, we're changing to something else. So I've attached my sage to any of my corner spaces, and I want to chain 2. And we're changing stitch now as well, and we're doing the half treble. So we want to do 1 half treble into the corner space. So yarn over into the corner space and pull up a loop, and you'll have 3 on your hook. You then need to yarn over and pull through all 3. We then want to do half trebles into the stitches along. I'm not going to give you the exact amount that there should be, but I will do a few with you just to show you how many you need to do. So we're doing the half treble stitch. So yarn over and into your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3, there's 1, yarn over, into your next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, there's 2, into your next stitch, there's 3. We're not going into the space, we're carrying on going into your next stitch. There's 4 and 5. I'm going to continue along and I'll meet you at our first corner. So I'm at the corner space and we need to do 2 half trebles, 2 chains, 2 half trebles. So yarn over and into your corner, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. There's 1 half treble, there's 2, chain 2, and then 2 more half trebles into that corner space. So continue with that, doing half trebles along. In the corners it's 2 half trebles, 2 chains, 2 half trebles, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So for the final round in the colour, into the corner we're doing 2 half trebles. So yarn over and into your corner space, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. There's 1 done and 2. We're then chaining 2. And we then need to finish off with a slip stitch into our second chain this time. So count up your 2 chains and do your slip stitch. Fasten that one off and you can join your white to any of your corner spaces for the border. So my white is joined. I'd say again this is a pretty average size square, so I'm just going to go with the instructions that we've got in the magazine for this one because we don't need to make it any bigger or smaller. Once you've joined your white to your corner space, you want to chain 2. And then we are doing 1 half treble into each of the next 10 stitches. We're not doing any further stitches into the corner space. So yarn over into your first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3, there's 1, and we're going into 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 2 half trebles into the next stitch, so 1 into the next stitch and then 1 into that same stitch that you've just done the last half treble into, and then 1 half treble into each of the next 11 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Into the corner we're doing 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. So 1 half treble, 2 chains and 1 half treble. So it's 10 half trebles, 2 half trebles into the next stitch, 11 half trebles. In your corners it's 1 half treble, 2 chains, 1 half treble. I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I'm at the final corner for the border. I want to do 1 half treble into the corner space. You then need to chain 2, and you're finishing off with a slip stitch into your second chain that you did at the beginning. You can now go ahead and fasten that one off. And there is your finished 100 acre wood granny square, made specifically for the Winnie the Pooh section of our Disney crochet blanket. So I hope you've enjoyed making this one. It was quite a simple one to do. The only issue we've got with this one is all the ends, and I've already done half of mine, so there will be a lot more there for you to do, unfortunately, once that one is finished. I do really like all the colours of this one though. I think it looks so pretty with all the autumnal colours, and it looks perfect for the Winnie the Pooh section of our blanket. So as I always say, and I'm going to repeat my normal spiel, if you are using these videos to make the blanket, please make sure to leave a like, just so I know how many people are using them, and I need to keep making the videos, because obviously if no one's using them, I don't need to make them anymore. Any comments are greatly appreciated. If you need any help, please do leave a comment and I will reply as soon as I can, and I'll make sure to reply to all comments as well. If you want a notification for the next video that comes out, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And all that's left to say is have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video. See you then.